So I've always been a Call of Duty man. I've played it for the past 10 years. I bought every single iteration. You know what? I play it when it comes out. I'll play it for a month. I'll play it for 2 months. And I'll like it. And I'll have fun with it. I'll get my $80. I'll get my $90, $100, whatever it may be out of it. And I've always seen Battlefield games on the other side. And they've always kind of intrigued me, but it's never for me. I like the pick up and play aspect of Call of Duty. I can pick up and play a match for 10 minutes, and then I can quit. When you play Battlefield, you jump in a game, you see how big the levels are. You know, it's Levolution, they call it. You see so much stuff going on. I jump in a game of that, and I feel like I'm in there for a significant amount of time. Now, I could be one of those people that just leaves, but I don't like to be one of those people. So as an adult, when you have kids, when you have responsibilities, the pick up and play aspect of Call of Duty will always draw me to it. But I've been watching this Battlefield for a while now. This iteration looks amazing, or I thought it looked amazing. And they're not like Call of Duty where they're going to put out a game every year just to kind of soak up that $80. That, you know, it's marginally better, if not any better at all. But they're going to take their time with their development, and they put one out every 3-4 years. I don't exactly know the amount of time they wait, but with that, you think a game would be substantially better than its predecessor because you had that extra years to work on it. And you know what? I thought this one was going to be. So this was going to be the first year that I didn't buy Call of Duty. This was going to be the first year that I went to Battlefield because I was watching the development, and man, it looked frigging awesome. And I watched the development of the previous iterations, and I seen they had some super bad sort of launch issues. Now, most games do nowadays, but these had terrible, terrible issues at launch. So you know what? I thought, like, you know what? It can't be that bad now. They probably have that ironed out. The game is every 3 or 4 years. They had a terrible launch. They know the growing pains. They're not going to let that happen again. This is going to be the first year I actually go to Battlefield, and I'm going to friggin' love it. The Levolution looks awesome. All the pre-launch stuff, videos, trailers, all looked awesome. Obviously, there is review embargoes, but I think the betas were pretty good. Some reviewers said they were pretty good. Mind you, they might have been paid off. They might have lied. I don't know. But either way, I was excited for this Battlefield. And so I didn't buy it at launch because even though I was like, hey, you know, they probably got the bugs ironed out. They had a bad launch. They know what they're doing. I'm not going to buy it. I'm going to play a beta. I didn't play the first beta. So I logged into Game Pass about 2 days ago, and like, bang, you got free 10 hours of Battlefield. So I was like, oh man, frig, I am pumped. So when I got into a game, right away, I was like, oh man, I must have some settings messed up. I must because I'm streaming. It must because I'm recording, because it just looks so bad. Like, look at these textures. Everything looks so flat and just like one colored, and it's just terrible, terrible graphics. So I thought, all right, it's one of my settings. Maybe I got to update my drivers. It's, you know, it's something I'm doing. It couldn't possibly look this bad, even though what you're seeing right now is at low settings. I was like, oh no, it can't be this bad. Something's up. So I shut down all programs just to see what would happen. I rebooted. There was, in fact, a driver to be installed, so I updated that. I did a clean reset of my computer, and I loaded it back up. And I was like, all right, let's get going. Boom, same thing. Graphics were terrible. Everything just looks flat. Like the foliage, as you can see, is just, it looks like something off a like Xbox One, the OG. And I know it's not that much worse than a PS4, but yes, it is. The Xbox One is my definitive piece of crap console. This looks like an Xbox One game with running at 720p. So maybe it's just because I'm in the low settings. Maybe this is just how it looks at low settings. So, you know, they can run it on slower machines or not more powerful machines. So I'm going to switch it over to high settings now. And this will be what high looks. And you know what? It's a little bit better, but it's not really that much better. And it's not even just the graphics. It's running like crap. And like my computer is not top of the line, but it's not bottom either. I think I'm running a Ryzen 5 1600X with a RT 6600 RX, or is it an RX 6600 RT? I'm not 100% sure, but by no means they are, low quality parts. I should be able to run this. And you know what? It's sad because it wasn't just me that was looking forward to this Battlefield as the Battlefield that would kind of bring them away from Call of Duty. It's kind of the Battlefield that would just bring them into the Battlefield franchise. You know what? I talk to a lot of friends. I go on a lot of forums online, and a lot of people were like me too. They were looking for this Battlefield. And I'm not even a graphics guy. Like, I'm not a graphics sort of snob. I don't need the best graphics. But if it's going to be crappy graphics like that, better believe I want a decent frame rate. I want it to run smooth. I can roll without the beautiful graphics, but I gotta have a decent frame rate, especially in a game like this. If it's not of at least 60, I don't want to play it for a shooter. I don't need 60 in all games. By no means, I don't need 60 in all games. I just want 60 frames a second in a first-person shooter. I think I'm accustomed to that. Call of Duty has been able to do that, mind you. It's because their levels are small, their levels are static, there's no physics in it. So, and I get it's a lot easier to run. But in this day and age, this generation of hardware, be it the consoles, the PCs, their frames per second on a FPS game should be 60. It's smoother, it is more superior. Plus, most people are running them at 60s on their high-end PCs or their consoles. So I want to be able to compete with that. I don't want to go up against people with 30 frames a second or 20 frames a second at that while they're rocking 60 or even 120 in big cases. So you let me down, Battlefield. I'll probably be back in a couple months when this shit is ironed out. I might try it on console, but I don't know if there's like a trial on console. I'm not going to buy it until they fix it on PC for me at least. Maybe there's a trial there and maybe I'll try to figure it out. I'm not too sure. I do have a PS5, but you know what? I didn't want to play on my PS5 and I should have to play on my PS5. I want to play it on PC and I don't want to have, a $4,000 GPU because that's how much those top of the line GPUs are going for right now. It's crazy. You let me down, Battlefield. So you know what? I'm going to go buy COD. I'm going back to COD. Nah, I'm not even going back to COD. You know what? I'm done with the military shooters. It's all about Halo. Halo is freaking killing it right now. It's a breath of fresh air from the military shooters. And if you're looking for a shooter to play right now or this holiday season, Halo. Go with Halo. Halo is your guy. Right now, it's beta multiplayer. It's free on Game Pass. It's free on Steam. There's no excuse why you're playing this garbage and not going to play Halo. So, peace. RMacGames out.